See, starting pitcher, bullpen help, right-handed bat off the bench. This is my shopping list, what the Phillies need to do before the July 31st trade deadline. There's some areas they need to address. The big question, though, is do you mortgage the future for a starting pitcher? I say yes when the starting pitcher is that good. When the starting pitcher is Roy Halladay, who's 11-3 this year, a former Cy Young Award winner with a 2-something ERA, who just mauled through the Red Sox, a team you might play in the World Series. That's when you go out and you give up some of your young talent. You mortgage the future, but you don't sell the farm. You get rid of maybe a Kyle Drabek in the deal, who you haven't seen in the big leagues yet, and you keep a Jay Happ, who's 7-0 this year with a 2-something ERA, and he's played pretty well. He's a third starter for the future for you. You maybe trade away Michael Taylor, very good outfielder, but there's no spot for him for the next 2 years. You've got Worth, Victorino, and Ibanez. They're all signed for the next 2 years. You then have Dominic Brown, who comes up in a few years from now to take the place. So you get rid of Taylor, keep Brown. So you could still get a Halladay, but just don't sell off the whole farm to get him. A bigger problem I think the Phillies need to address is that right-handed bat off the bench, get a veteran, even trade with the Oakland A's, maybe even bring in Scott Hairston from them, who they're picking up possibly to trade. He can play multiple positions, and he's a good bat off your bench. I think the biggest problem with the Phillies right now is the starting pitching's done very well. Moyer's pitched well. Blanton's pitched very well. Even Lopez, as their fifth starter, has done very well, and you got Pedro coming. The biggest thing that needs to be addressed is that bullpen right now. Lidge, 6 blown saves. Matson's been shaky. You don't know what you're going to get. Go out and take from a team that's not in contention anymore, their closer. Go get a closer who is either going to be your setup man for the 8th inning or maybe even your closer if Lidge isn't doing it. I hate to say that the guy who was 48 for 48 last year is not your closer this year, but to have such good starting pitching and have it come down to the 9th inning and have a game lost, you can't have that happen in the playoffs. Your window isn't that big. Go out and address the areas you need to do. Go out and mortgage the future, but don't sell the farm.